I can't wait to watch the new Chainsaw. Okay, hold on. Wait, all right. That might be too. Oh, wow. Yeah, that might be too far. Chainsaw Man, Attack on Titan, Kakegurui, and many other anime push the boundaries of watchable television. The excessive gruesomeness and abundant gore of certain anime can really be tough to watch. Sometimes I find myself wondering why I am watching it at all. Live action shows like Game of Thrones and American Horror Story are examples of graphic material that most of America wouldn't mind consuming. Chainsaw Man is no different. But why does it seem like certain shows are safe for consumption while others are nothing but trash? Where's the line? Let's take Kakegurui for an example. To be quite blunt, it's an anime where a girl is aroused by taking huge risks in gambling. While the story itself is actually intriguing, the intense contorted faces, the shots of girls in skimpy clothing, and the extreme violence are all degrading to watch. As humans, we should love and respect other human beings because they have intrinsic value. Watching explicit or violent content is damaging to our soul. We should focus on what is right, true, and good. However, when does a story become too graphic? We see depictions of the human body in art like Michelangelo's sculpture of David, yet we know when we are seeing something explicit like a sex scene. What's the difference between an art depicting life as it is and art being used as a cover for something duplicitous? Here is my opinion, but I understand that it is different for every individual. If there is some scene that is downright degrading or extremely violent to the point where I have to look away, then I'll stop watching the show entirely. I stay away from many anime like that show High School D&D. There's a reason why those shows aren't aired on primetime television. So back to Chainsaw Man. Yes, I do watch the show. It is extremely violent, but it does have an intriguing story behind it. It's a depiction of a cruel world, and I think that watching the story tells you about a true human feeling and happening. What I mean is that Denji struggling to survive as a Yakuza devil hunter is something realistic in the fact that many people get into criminal behavior because of the situation that has been presented to them. Stories are meant to show us real life and add extreme emotion in order to get us to understand more about the world, experience an emotion we have not felt strongly before, or change our perception about the world, even if it's just a little. Stories entertain us, yes, but they also are supposed to add value to our lives. When that value is undermined, you get a story that actually detracts from your value or darkens your conscience by desensitizing you to extremely graphic acts. Popular anime YouTuber Gigguk, who's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, explained it perfectly when he said that watching a show doesn't mean you support what is happening in the show. Frieza in Dragon Ball Z committed genocide in the very first episode, but that doesn't mean I support that act. Genocide is horrific and deplorable. Frieza as a villain is interesting to watch. He's a well-written character, but I don't think any normal person would side with Frieza. He is evil, and we support Goku defeating him. So, all that to say that just because you see something in a show doesn't mean you support it. But some shows will trick you into watching bad stuff for no reason. It doesn't serve any purpose to the overall plot, and that is known as fan service when it comes to sexual situations. When it comes to violence, that is called gratuitous violence. Violence for violence sake is just not something a human being should want to watch. Yes, all shows are up to the viewer's discretion whether or not to watch, but there's definitely a line to be drawn. I draw the line somewhere around Kakegurui, meaning that I will watch the show, but anything more I won't consume. Chainsaw Man might get to that point, but for now, I think the intense scenes serve as vital plot points. My final question to you as a viewer and a lover of anime is, where do you draw the line?